What advice would you give to a photographer that's struggling in that specific area? Because I found that an area that I still struggle in to this day too, especially if it's a model that's on 80% of direction. And I'm like, dang, like, okay. So it's like, what advice would you give to the photographers? Like,
for a photographer, I feel like that's very situationally based. I mean, it all depends on your model too, like how comfortable they are. If they're not comfortable in front of the camera, obviously that's gonna pose a lot more challenges for you because they're not gonna be open to looking like how they're not supposed to or how they don't wanna see themselves. Especially if it's just like putting a leg in a different spot, like that's gonna make them uncomfortable. I feel like setting the energy for the shoot is really important as well because, I mean, you can be very receptive. Like this is a very like intimate, fun moment between you. It's like a connection because you guys are both creating something together. You're both making part of this really beautiful picture and you have something in mind. I may have something different and I obviously can't see what you're seeing behind the camera. I would just set the tone to be creative. Like don't start off standoffish, you know, like have lots of energy and like give the model, not her, or him, but give them more confidence and just be like, what you're doing is awesome. Like, I love this, like adapt on that. Be like, stay there, move, like you can be excited for them. Like, don't just give her like if you put, you know, the doubt in her head, like, and I'm in front of the camera, I'm just like, oh, you didn't like that, I'm never gonna do that again. You know what I mean? Cause like, and also accept everything as the photographer. Like if they're not, you never know if they're not sure about a pose. Like if I'm giving you something different, it's different to me, but you don't know that. And again, it's not on you to make it work, but just be like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like whatever they give you, just be really receptive to it and just adapt on that. So like if they're comfortable in this one position, just be like, stay right there, but just move this. And then they'll get, you know, you're setting the vibe, you're loosening them up, you know?
So it's more vibe, situational.
It is, and I'm very receptive to how you respond to the photos. You know what I mean? Because like I can tell just from where I am, just be like, okay, well he didn't like that. Because like just be aware that we are also receptive to.
And I feel that sometimes because sometimes when I try not, I guess, when there's silence, and a lot of times when I'm figuring out my camera, it's not that. It's like you facing two battles because I don't want the model to think that I'm not liking the poses, or sometimes the model will be like, is everything good? It's like they think something's wrong with the photo shoot, and it's not that. It may be more than likely it's my lighting or something's funny's going on with the camera. And like I said before, that's embarrassing whenever it seems like you don't know what you're doing and the model's like, okay, this guy don't know what he's doing. He's been fidgeting with the camera forever. Now I hate when that happens. So, well, I guess I want to ask this too. I want to get too off topic, but like, have you ever considered like being on set and helping pose and stuff?
I have actually, yeah. That same photographer that got me started, I pose boudoir models for her. She runs classes. And so she'll do like mini marathons and I'll just be there and I'll help pose the girl.
Yeah.
And it does something dramatic with the confidence of that person because they're not used to being in front of a camera, but that's also part of my job is setting the tone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like hyping them up, egging them on. I'm like, you look perfect, like keeping the energy high because you don't want that insecurity to sneak in there. It's hard to get it out once it's there, you know? Like the doubt. You don't ever want that in a moment when they're obviously exposed in this state. You just have to keep the energy high, give them reassure, confidence, you know what I mean? Because it's easy to lose. And you don't want to ever doubt that they're doing a bad job. I'm just there to help. You know what I mean? But you obviously control the room when you have done that. Like you have to, and I tell them at first, like, don't take offense. I'm just helping you. I want to make you feel beautiful right now. What you're doing is perfect. We just see it from a different light. So like you can't see the camera for a reason. So like I want you to feel good about what's on that camera. I'm helping you do that.